justice for all. Play ball. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is our new community channel is up and running. So it is channel 99 on Hotwire, and it has everything that channel 63 had. So now you just go to channel 99.
On your remote, you can do 99, or you can press on this green D. Either one is going to take you there. So this is where you're going to land. You're going to use your down arrow. Whoops, went too far. And we've highlighted it right there. And then click on OK. It opens up. Here's channel, your regular channel 63. Everything's scrolling there. You can just leave it on all day, whatever you want.
Yeah, leave it on all day. Don't tell me you don't watch 63, because now you watch 99.
And actually, because we're recording the meeting now, people can watch it live right there.
Live. Look at June. And I've noticed, I went back and I was looking, I wear this shirt an awful lot on Mondays because people said I look good in it. Well, three people and one was Grace. But so okay. I gotta, switch it around a little bit. It's channel 99 on Hotwire, and it has everything that channel 60.
And if you want to pause it, hit the right arrow. It's going to pause it. And if you want to restart it, you hit the OK button. You can't go forward or backward. That'll be in the next upgrade that we do. But right now, you can at least pause it with this right arrow. But right now, we're getting an error code here in the clubhouse. This works perfectly at home for the people that already know about it.
Okay.
If I go back up here, you go up to where it says home up there. Use your up arrow, go up there where it says home. Go over to there where it's, oh, I don't want you to exit. Sorry. No, stay. Use your right or your left arrow to go over to that blue. And this is where you'll see, if at home, this works perfectly. It's an error here. Right now, all you see is this, which is their MLB pricing. You will see all our recordings. You can just go down to each one, click on it. It'll take you directly to YouTube, and you can watch them there. You'll see the AED recording there. You can go down, go out to YouTube and watch it there. Everything is listed here for that. This meeting that's being recorded in all our meetings will be listed here. You can go right to them. You can view them out there. It takes you directly to YouTube. So 99 is, your channel is the one you want to go to. Get out of it, just hit your exit button, and you go back to your normal TV.
Okay? So again, 99 is our new 63. It should be working on your guys' TV.
Yes.
So what we were going to do at this meeting, we were going to show the AED CD. Unfortunately, as Peg just said, we're having a problem with this one buffering. But if you do want to watch it, you can go on your channel 99. It'll take you to the YouTube. We will try to play it at my next meeting in September. Hopefully, this kinks are all worked out. We're going to do it at the end of the meeting. So anybody wants to stay, it's about 8 or 9 minutes. So if anybody wants to stay to watch it, you're more than welcome to.
But it's already out there on YouTube.
I don't know. What does AED actually stand for? This. Hey, defibrillator? Yes. There's one there and there's one over at the yacht club. And it's pretty self-explanatory, even on the actual machine. It gives you step by step, and it will not let you charge somebody unless they are in cardiac arrest. You can't just go, clear! Okay, next. Automated external defibrillator. Okay, I'm the one talking, me. First thing, next is the roofs. So we are starting our 5th and 6th roofs. They've done 22 and 23, 26 and 27, and they are starting on 8 and 9 this week. Both roofs are taking about 3 weeks to totally complete. And we probably have about a 2-week gap in between each section of roofs. We're doing 2 at a time, trying to stay 2 close together. It's just that 8 was the one that was the random one that wasn't included. So the next 2, I believe, are 14 and 15, maybe. Anyway, those people will get the notification about a week in advance, explain to you what you have to do, that your AC will be off for a certain amount of time, which is only about 2 hours. That's all it takes for them to take an AC off and put it back on. You're not without air for 2 weeks, as some residents thought. We would never do that to you in the summertime, at least. So, any questions on roofs? Air conditioner guys still have the deal going on. It's $3,900 for a 2-ton unit, and they will do it when they're redoing your roof. So anybody that's interested in the air conditioning deal, let me know, and I can point you in the right direction.
Does the rate we had today keep them from starting on building 9?
Okay, so what they're actually doing today is delivering all the material. Today will be a material day. Tomorrow they will most likely start on 8, where they will put up the AC stands, and they'll do all the ACs. They'll probably be to you actually on Thursday to do your AC stands. This little bit of rain would not have stopped them. Okay? Torrential downpours, 80% downpours, etc., that stops them. Wait, with the mic. Only because they can't hear you on
Okay.
YouTube.
How long do we not park in front of the building?
During the day, do not park in front of the building. It's probably going to be on and off for about 2 weeks.
Okay, so basically keep your cars off
Yes.
that for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and we've got somebody that got a flat because they ran over a nail. They have a generator going. If you can, move your car to any guest spot that's not right in front of the building. We're not tagging you. We realize that this is what's going on. You can, of course, bring it back once they're not working. They definitely don't work on Sundays, et cetera, so you can put your car back in front of your spot.
Thank you.
Any other roof questions? And if there's more, we can come back.
When I walked up here, I noticed the truck is in front of 26, loaded up with roofing material.
Yeah, because they don't know where they're going.
Okay. I didn't want him to do that roof over again.
No, they're not doing that roof over again. I'm sure they're waiting for Jason to be here because I've seen him driving around. I'm like, they don't even. Okay, next, ponds. So the pond guys did take a few days off here and there. They had a big job that they needed our crew to help them finish. I know they were back here on Friday starting to fill in. Ponds are going quite well. I thought we were going to be done by the end of August, but those 2 weeks probably put us a little bit behind. What they're doing now is putting in the dead men and doing the backfilling. And then they will to do the dead men and the backfilling, that's when they start their dredging. So they'll be making all the ponds deeper, filling in the backs. Once that's all done and inspected, we will start the landscaping and the sod for whatever was destroyed and whatever we're going to spruce up. All the ponds, as of right now, will be getting fountains. So the fountain in Pond 1, we had to do some work on. That fountain will most likely be moved to the pond at Building 25. Pond 1 will get a new fountain, and Pond 2 will get a new fountain. Next. Go ahead.
Wait.
Yeah, oh, wait for the mic, I'm sorry. That's because they can't hear you in YouTube.
On Pond 25, they've got a bunch of those empty buckets that they use that are full of water, bad for mosquitoes in this season. I did spill over a few of them, but I'm afraid to go in too far. If you can have them either pick them up or just turn them upside down, please.
You got it. I do have a pair of waders you can borrow if you're walk out in there. Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
I think.
I noticed that the fountain in Pond 2, it's all like, or is it 8? It's all brown, the water coming out of it. Is that because the pond is just muddy, or?
Yes. If the water's brown looking coming out, it is because all the ponds are connected. So as they're doing their dredging, it's kind of flowing back and forth. Yes. You might actually see it even on Pond 5 because we actually pumped from Pond 8 into 5 to lower that one. Once they're all done, they're gonna rejet all the pipes going from pond to pond and make sure everything's flowing properly. The nice brown water? Yeah. Palm trees are still on schedule. Anybody's guess is as good as mine. We usually tell them we want it done around June so that we know it'll get done in September. That's the one drawback with this company is they are super busy, but we use them because you see what their finished product looks like. So we are still on schedule. I'm thinking probably by the mid-September we will be done. Again, remember, they're the palms. They're made to go through hurricanes. Last time when we had the bad storm, there were hardly any fronds down because palm trees are made to go through them. The majority of the branches that were down were pine branches. And of course, we'll put notice on the new Channel 63. You'll definitely want to move your car if you park near or under a palm tree. But we will put it on 63 now that we have it back, 99, now that we have it back. So pressure cleaning. Pressure cleaning is going along great. We are probably going to take a break from doing the buildings and do this clubhouse next because we want to get it all clean, spruced up, and repainted for the Labor Day party. The pool deck will be closed when they're doing it. They're going to clean all the chairs and the deck. We will put notices out on what day that's going to be. Same with under the canopy. We'll take all the chairs and stuff off the canopy so that we can clean it and have that painted. A lot of compliments on the pressure cleaning. This guy is doing an awesome job. So, you know, thank you. You know it. Thank you. Good, doing a great job. A lot of compliments. Doing things that we weren't able to do last time. This guy's got really good equipment and just knows what he's doing. So in conjunction with the yacht club, or with the clubhouse getting done, the barbecue grill, the big one, is all hooked up with gas, ready to use. So if you have a big party and the little grill isn't enough, or somebody's using the little grill when you come up to barbecue, the big one is now available for use. The gas gets turned on and off the same way it did for the little barbecue. No more tanks. It is actually hardwired to the main propane tank for the clubhouse. So far, okay, sorry.
I just want to comment about the walkways that have been painted. They look beautiful. Thank you so much.
So that was my next comment. So after the pressure cleaning was all done, we are going around and we're repainting all the bottom walkways. It was determined after it was pressure cleaned that all of them need done. Once all the pressure cleaning is done and the bottom walkways, I will be driving around and we will be going to every building that needs some kind of a touch-up paint. So if you have paint that peeled off the wall or the ceiling or whatever, that will be getting done, okay? We're just waiting for all the pressure cleaning to be done. We did Building 31 over the weekend. The entire front of that building was painted. The two buildings that face Counter Highway always get filthy, and we had a lot of concrete work that we had to do on 31, so the entire front of that building has been repainted. And again, we will be switching colors. So we're trying to go with the wall. The board has said that they want to go back to one single color. That was the color that was picked, the lightest one that looks the closest to what the buildings looked like back in the day. In case you can't hear it, a lot of people are clapping. Wait for the mic.
Thank you. Yes, Chris, does
Yeah.
this include the walkway on the upper level?
When we do our inspection, if the walkway on the upper level needs to be done, then it'll be done. Right now, we are just doing all the red.
Okay.
All the red wall, all the downstairs are, because we saw them and all of them needed to be done. They're all just so worn out.
Okay.
But then when we do the inspection, we're going to walk every building. If your upstairs walkway, stairs, et cetera, need to be done, then they will be painted.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
And we're still holding off on Counter Highway wall until Counter Highway's fixed. Because that is the next thing that's supposed to get done is the Counter Highway wall. But with all the work that's going on out there, we're obviously not going to do it while they're doing that.
Since we're on the sidewalks, it rained a lot before it was painted, so under my mom's, and I sent you a letter, Chris?
Yes.
It's all bubbled and
Yes.
blistered.
Yes.
and she already was down to the raw walk before. So do I need to address it, or is somebody
Nope,
going to do it?
nope, it's already been given to the people that are going to go back and scrape and do whatever. It's going to be redone.
Okay, so that will be taken care of?
We're all set. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. I
Yep, you
appreciate
know
that.
it.
I love the color. My other question is this. Some of the bricks have been unpainted on some. Can we get paint to paint ours? Because ours have been patched with concrete. Mom's
Yes.
is topped with concrete.
Yes.
Half with brick.
So the only
What's the
ones that we
thoughts?
are actually doing are the ones where we've had to repair the brick. So
Okay.
if you have brick that we had to repair it and put the concrete in, then they will be painted.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you kindly.
We tried blending them as best as we can, a little gray in it, a little splash of red.
Well, she's
but-
like white concrete and then red, and I
Okay.
thought, wow, that
Yep.
looks really good all red. I was
Yes.
noticing some, so I thought
Yeah.
if that was something I could
Yes,
get paint
we
and do.
are.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yep. Behind you.
I don't know if you noticed, who painted that purple paint across the street when you enter buildings 50 and 51?
I think
That's a different color.
it's not a different color.
Oh, it
That's-
is. It is a different color.
Rose actually, Rose
wo-
did that.
It's worse than the red.
See, the paint, when the new paint, it looks raspberry.
It's a little different.
When a new paint goes on, it looks like it's really a weird color. I'll check it.
It's purple.
And one more question, Chris.
Yes.
When they're painting on grass days, there's a lot of grass sitting on there, it's getting painted over, and that grass is going to come up eventually, and you're going to have all these little white lines. So just something we might not want to paint on Mondays. Because they're
On Mondays, yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah,
blowing.
yes.
And I was just like, nah,
Yeah.
because you can't dictate when they're going to be there blowing, when they're coming back,
Correct.
when somebody else is
Yep.
there. So on Mom's Walk, there's a bunch of little grass marks, and as you
Okay.
walk by, they're coming up, and you're getting little streaks, and
Okay.
that's going to cause more problems.
Gotcha.
Thank you kindly.
Yep, you know it. Okay, so what's next? We still have about 25 people that have not paid the special assessment. They have been sent demand letters and a $25 late fee. After 30 days, it will be sent to the attorney. The attorney will then send a letter, and after 45 days, if they do not pay the special assessment, Monterey will be foreclosing on that unit. We've done it in the past, and we are going to do it again. It is not fair to all the people that paid, and it's sorry, but it is what it is. I still have been getting people, I never heard of it. I didn't know about it, wasn't told. So I've only been talking about it for a year at these meetings. We talk about it at every single board meeting. A letter was sent out in May, then another one in June when it was approved, and I'm still getting people that say, never heard about it. But yet, they have their brand new coupon book and paid the new amount. And if you kept reading that letter with the coupon book, the special assessment is included on that. So I've had at least a half dozen people that have said that to us, and we show them the letter, and they're like, oh, I did stop reading. So if you haven't paid your special assessment, I would do so. Oh, yes, they've all been sent late letters with a $25 fine. And the state is a certain letter that we have to send out now that explains all of this, that 30 days, 45 days, lien, foreclosure. You don't want to get foreclosed on for a lousy $425, okay? We've actually done that. We foreclosed on a unit because they did not pay their special assessment, all right? It's not a joke. And with everything that's going up, we know it's tough on you guys, but it's tough on everyone. Because here's the next thing, and don't shoot the messenger. So, believe it or not, I'm starting to work on next year's budget already. Now, I know we just did an amended budget because of the insurance in June, but I'm actually starting to work on the budget. And anyone who has been following the news, and you hear about the insurance still, okay? Our insurance agent says we should budget between 25 and 40% increase. So a 25% increase on $1,346,000 is $325 That's only at 25%. That constitutes a $59, $52, and $46 increase in your maintenance just for insurance alone. Okay? Absolutely nothing we can do about it. We have no control. All you guys can do, write letters to DeSantis, write letters to Scott, write letters to anybody you can think of that this is killing associations especially, and older ones. Some people are asking, how can all these new associations? Well, that's how. They're all brand new. They're all built to the new codes. So your maintenance is going to go up again. And I hate to say it, but it's over $100 in January. When the new budget is approved, the maintenance is going up again. Like I said, that's $59 for the AEF and J's. That counts nothing else. That's not reserves. That is not accounting. That's not propane. That's not electric. That's nothing but insurance. So figure your maintenance on going up again. And we're probably going to only do 25%. We don't get our insurance policy until May. If it goes up 40, the board's going to have to do another amended budget to make up the difference. The other downfall is, as I've explained, no one will insure us for the entire amount that our property is worth. Our property is worth $58 million. They will only insure us up to about $30 million, which means there's $28 million that is not insured. Now, $30 million is more than enough money to replace 30 complete buildings. However, no one's getting mortgages now. The mortgage companies will not give a mortgage because we're not 100% insured. We actually had a realtor say, well, you have to insure that. And we said, oh, do you know somebody that'll do it? Because we don't. And of course they can't answer that. And figure when it went to $28 million, your insurance is $1.346 million. It's basically doubling that. All right, we're insured for 30. If we could get somebody to go to 58, figure your insurance doubling. Okay? Not going to happen. It's just that no one wants to take the risk of insuring one community for the full amount. So if you're thinking about selling your unit, look for somebody that's paying cash. So how about a little tiny bit of good news after that? So Bob Stover came in today and said a couple of people have come to him. Hang on one second. You go first, yes. Go ahead, yes.
Okay. Do we have any say on, like, my maintenance would go to $840. I would rather pay an assessment than see, do we have any say-so, or do the people?
Okay, so the way that the state says you have to make your budget is anything that is a known recurring bill has got to be in the budget. You can't always special assess for a known bill that's reoccurring. For like doing the ponds, that's not going to happen every single year. It's going to do the ponds once they're done, they're done. That's why you can special assess for that. But if it is an actual, and most of it is because of operating. If it's an operating bill, it has to be in the budget. Yeah. Okay? Of course. That's a good question. Because a lot of people have said, I'd rather just pay here as an extra $300 or whatever it is. Don't make my maintenance go up. So unfortunately, no, that's the way it has to go. So Bob had asked me, you know, we close the golf course all day on Mondays during season because we're getting so much play. Sid really wants the course to have a day to recuperate. Well, there's only 12 people playing during summer. So starting today, I believe, the golf course will be open at 4 o'clock on Mondays. I told you it was a very, very, and if you don't play golf, it didn't help you at all. The last thing I have is I believe we are down to about 18 units that need their screens replaced. The screen company we were using, the gentleman got very sick, but he's back and he's doing the screens. The ones that are left are all people that need to do something. They either have shutters or they have windows or they have roll downs. So they were told to reach out directly to the screen company so they can schedule up their screens and whatever extra work they have. If your screens haven't been done and you do not have sliders, roll-ups, windows, then please call me because I missed you on my drive around. All right, so anybody's screens who weren't done that has that, let me know. Okay, I think that's it for my reporting. So now we will open for any kind of question.
The flag, the white flag on the pole used to be at half-mast when there was a death in the community. You don't,
Yeah, we haven't done that in a long time.
well,
Long time.
not so long, yeah.
And thanks for pointing that out also. We know that flag is ripped. That'll be coming down. And I've got 3 new Monterey flags on order.
Can we resume that practice again? Because then we know,
That someone has passed and to look.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't see why we can't.
all right. Thank you.
Okay, any questions on anything?
Yeah, I got a quick question. I've been going by this drain over here, and there's a lot of work being on that new drain that we put in.
Yep.
What's the problem with that?
So, the drains in the road are actually lower than the pond, okay? So they constantly stay full of water. And the drain box that they did not do everything that really needed to be done. We thought it was from all the rain pumping from hole 9, but there's no way. There's way too much water. What I will be doing is we are going to add an elbow on the culvert pipe going into pond 4 with a stand. So the water is above the drains. We're going to put a sump pump in it like we have over here at 5 so we can actually pump that out. That is in the works. That we're going to be doing. Okay. So that will take all that water away from there. Once we can get that done, we're just going to throw loads of bags of concrete in that one area that kind of caved in and see how hey, hello?
Okay, I just was wondering, because doesn't that drain right into the pipe that goes into the pond?
Yes.
Right across from there?
Yep.
Is that pipe not clogged up, is it?
Nope. What I had said is those drains are actually below the water level of the
Right.
pond. So the
They
pond
can't drain.
fills the drain up.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah, so we're going to put a stand pipe in, like I said, with a sump pump. We can actually pump out of that.
Internet. Is there internet available in the clubhouse? If so, what's the password and the login?
Yes, internet is still there. It's the same password as it was, main clubhouse, I believe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I think it says Hotwire, MYCC is the one that you go on, and it's the same password, main clubhouse.
Thank you. Question.
Yes.
What is the protocol on plants? I know we can't plant any without permission, but back in 2015 when I moved in, you know, Building 8 didn't have hardly anything there. We had 3 trees. It was pretty bland. At that time, the board was not paying for any of the plants, and our building bought all the plants. And I brought a plan into you. You approved it. It was all, now, they did plant it, which was fabulous. But I didn't know, unbeknownst to me, that Roballinis, or however you say it, only have a lifespan of about 5 to 7 years, and they start going away. So I've lost 2 of them, plus we've lost another tree. And when I request to get a Christmas palm or something there, what I get instead is grass. So my trees aren't being replaced that we initially bought.
Yep.
Not only am I getting grass, where the tree fell, it's about an 8-inch hole, and it's not filled in, grass is put on, so if somebody walks, they fall in. So if somebody's going to sprain an ankle, and it took me about 3 weeks. I wrote a work order, nothing was done. I said it again, nothing was done. Eventually, I grabbed a maintenance guy, and he came down and he filled it in with sand and said the grass will grow up. So we're waiting to see, but I don't want anybody to get hurt. So the two questions is, when a tree comes out, can we fill it so it's a level plane so somebody doesn't get hurt on the
Of
grass?
course.
And two, who's the gods of the plants that decides what goes where and what we can have and when?
So if it was a rubellina, especially one that the building's paid for.
You didn't pay for it.
We
Yeah,
will, that you paid for.
Right.
Yeah, we should be replacing them with a Christmas palm.
Okay.
Or a like palm.
Well, I got grass.
Okay.
In both
Well,
places.
I know
I
you
have
got grass,
two.
I know you got grass where we took the big palm down.
No, I got grass where the
two
Robellini
other
came in
ones?
front of
No,
two
you
other ones.
you
And all I
should-
got was grass.
No.
And then where I have grass, I have weeds.
Okay,
I
you-
like that grass where the weeds are and the plants where the plants were.
So where the rubellinis were, you should get a Christmas palm.
Okay.
Or a like palm.
Right.
And it's not that rubellinis actually have just a short lifespan. There's ones that I planted 18 years ago. The rubellinis are susceptible to a disease now that it's everywhere, not just
Okay.
here. We've sprayed whatever ones we are trying to save. It is affecting rubellinis and queen palms.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some rubellinas that I planted here in the first
Okay.
year I was here. So you will get Christmas palms replaced.
Okay, because I've made this request for several times now.
Okay.
And I'm not getting anything but grass, and I
but the-
just didn't know who made that decision and how.
The big palm we are not replacing.
Right, okay.
That one we're not doing
Well,
it.
if we put a Christmas palm, like right there where it will go, it will aesthetically, we won't have a blank canvas again, which we had in 215.
The problem with where that palm is, that palm had a disease also.
Right.
Where a mushroom starts growing out of it.
Right.
That's contaminated.
Okay, right.
So unless we were able to remove every single piece of root,
Right.
it's going to happen again.
Okay.
So that most likely will not get a plant only because of that area
Right,
being
okay.
contaminated. But
Which one, the one in the front or the one?
that one I think it was in the middle of the building. It was a queen or a cabbage palm. It was a queen palm.
Yeah,
That
okay,
one
that one
won't
died,
be.
right.
But the
But the one be-
rubellinis, you will get new palms.
Okay, because there was one that
Yes.
was in front of my neighbor's, and then I have one that's
Yep.
getting ready to go, but then the one to the right got grass there too.
Okay, so any place where you had a rubellini will get a new palm.
Okay, and who makes those decisions on where plants and all that? Where's that come from? Is that-
Me and the landscape committee.
And
Okay.
that particular one, it is on our list. We were waiting until we get our big trucking coming in for all the landscaping, rather than just picking up one at a time.
One at a time.
No, it hasn't been that long.
Anyway, no
But
arguing.
anyway.
No, this is not what my meeting's about. Any questions on anything else? Anything? Over here, Linda and Nilsa.
Yes, thank you. Since we were just discussing some landscaping, could you tell me what the possible disease that comes on as an example, the Mexican petunias? They're like white dots, and it spreads. It doesn't really kill them a lot, but I was just wondering if it's weather conditions that we've been having. Want to know how to treat it.
So, the Mexican petunias, which are ruellas, they do get that white blight, and I'm not really sure what we spray on them to get rid of it. I know a lot about plants, but I can't answer that. I will ask Sid, but they do get them from time to time, and again, like you said, it doesn't actually kill them. It just kind of discolors them for a while until their new sets of leaves and flowers come in. Yeah, because they're very orange. Yeah, yes. You can cut them down and get rid of them, and you don't get rid of them. And 3 months later, you'll see them growing back up again. But I'll ask Sid if there's actually spraying with them, because again, it's one of these things that it'll fix itself eventually. Yeah, but I'll ask Sid. Usually they don't jump species that much. They have to be almost in the same family for it to do that. But we've got so many different plants in here that are susceptible to different things. You get sooty mold, which if you'll see like on the crotons, those are the ones with the red leaves, they get all black. That's called sooty mold. It's actually from an aphid, and they turn all black. You get the hibiscus. That's why we don't plant hibiscus. Everybody loves them, let's plant hibiscus. Well, in 3 years, they're all going to be dead. And I don't care how much we spray them, they've got a life expectancy. That's why we do not plant hibiscus. And anytime a building wants to, I try to talk them out of it. So, but I'll ask Sid about this particular blight. Again, I don't think it's going to be worth actually treating them. It'll just grow out itself.
I have a few questions, two of which, by being the building rep, they've asked me to ask at the meeting. The first one is when they spray the bug guy, when he comes and sprays the first floor, why don't they spray the second floor upstairs?
Because all they're doing is perimeters of the buildings to stop bugs from going up. That's it.
But they do go up, because they got to get away.
They only spray the base.
Okay, so
That's
they will
it.
never do the second floor.
They will not, unless you call and say, I've got sugar ants in the laundry room or something like that,
Oh.
then we put a work order into them and they'll come out and spray it.
Okay, I'll forward
But you
that.
have to do that.
The second one is the trash, and I know that he's not picking it up on a certain day, but I've been asked twice because they've missed when Frank has come by, and the trash sometimes has stayed there more than 2 or 3 days, and then it's really bad odor and smell. Like, and I remember asking him once, and he says there's certain days, he doesn't really have a schedule, but he knows he does this street on this day, that street, and one on the weekend. Is there any way you can ask what he's doing when, and when the people can take out the trash in the evening or early morning?
Yeah, I can. We're really to the point, especially during summer, that he's just picking up trash whenever. Okay? One of the reasons why, going with a bigger box, you don't have to worry about it so much because it can hold more.
Okay.
I understand that, yes, okay, it's in that box. Maybe it starts smelling a little bit more. But right now, he's picking up trash every single day. And he kind of knows what buildings are worse, so he knows he's picking them up a little bit more. But I'll see if he can give me like a street. 1 through 8 is done on Mondays.
Yeah.
9 through 15 is done on Tuesdays, something like that. Don't know what kind of schedule we're going to go back to, actually, when season gets back in. I don't think it's going to be just a set 3 days anymore. Some of them he does every day on buildings that he knows are really bad, or he knows people were moving in or out or whatever, and they're empty cabinets and emptying their refrigerator. He's actually doing them on more days. So, but I'll ask him if he can give me a rough idea of what buildings are done on which days.
Okay, so going forward, you're saying Frank is going to continue to be picking up the garbage?
For now, he is.
Okay.
Yep.
Another question that I was stopped and asked, the debris, when they put out the leaves and the fronds and everything, one over at the end, pretty much, I'm trying to think what building that is, by 8. One of the guys there always piles up whatever he picks up from the side between us and the building next door. And sometimes, and I've seen it when I walk, it's there for over a week. And I know they usually do, the guys pick them up, but lately, in the last couple of weeks, they weren't. And I was asked.
Okay, so if you see the guys are constantly picking up palm fronds and branches and things like that. Now, so these fronds, are they up on the grass in between the buildings that maybe they're not seeing them?
No, they actually moved them to the, where that park, it looks like a parking area, but nobody really parks there.
Between your building and building 10?
Across the street from building 8, 7 and 8.
Oh,
There's a little, well, anyway, I was
I
asked
don't
to
know.
ask, and I'm asking because it doesn't get picked up as often, so they don't know if they should be on a certain day of the week.
I'm not sure. And that's just done constantly. You constantly seeing the guys picking up debris.
Okay, and the last question is the rats and mouses. Where are we with those?
So we have put down a lot of bait and a lot of traps, and we have tried fixing the boxes as best as possible, adding wood to them and stuff like that. I know that in some of the buildings, they're gone. Building 14 has been great. Building 47, we haven't had any problems with them lately. If you're still adamant, let me know. We'll just keep putting down bait and doing what we can to the boxes.
Jimmy's done a good job putting the bait down, but they're not eating it. It's just, they're smart. They're not going into that little condo I call.
You would be surprised.
Well, not by us, but it's okay. I just
No,
wanted to know.
no, I'll make up another thing. Still having rat problem.
Ours was almost gone. Those
Good.
things they put in there, they were all eaten.
Good. Well, you need to train the ones on this side. All right, that'll be all. Thank you.
Okay, okay. All right, anything else on anything else? Really? Another one?
One thing I want to let you know is some of these,
Hang on one second. What?
This is a permit from our roofing. It fell down, it got wet, I threw the plastic away, but I don't know if you need that. And then you decide.
Did you see that girl that was just walking in and out of here?
Is that her? Well, there you are, building 27. Thank you.
How long have you had this?
Woody just threw a garbage can out here, I just fished it out.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead, Kim.
some of the rats may be coming from the building, the complex next to us, because when I drive home from Mom's at night, I've seen them crossing the street from the woods
Okay.
coming out of there.
All right, so I'll have them put
So,
rat bait down
I'm
random
just
places
letting you
there,
know
too.
that's
Yes.
where
Okay.
I see that I have spotted them.
Yeah, they come to our side to eat good. Yeah, I'll have the guys put bait down in random spots throughout, see if we can get them before they get over. And we probably are seeing a bunch more right now because of the pond work also, and all the work on Cantor Highway. So we got rid of one problem, the raccoons, where garbage was all over, but now we have rats. So, but we have plenty of bait. We'll put it down everywhere. Any question, anything else at all? Okay. Another good meeting. We'll see you next month. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this big crowd. Hang on one second.